Hey everybody, so before we create a mean score of items, there's a couple things that we want to do. First of all, we want to make sure that the item content, meaning what they're about, are actually indicators of this holistic thing that we are creating a mean score of. So this is our university self-image data set. We have 7 items that are about something that you are doing that might indicate how your self-identity relates to university self-identity. Hence, we are calling the whole thing university self-identity. We know that these items are all about similar things, but there's a couple of things that either we need to do or we need somebody else to do in a measure validation to ensure that these items are all about the same thing. So the first thing that I want to do is reliability. If you don't have factor and reliability, you just have to go to this add button, add them in over here, and then you'll have these options in JASP. So I'm just going to put in the first 7 items. I'm going to go over to analysis. It defaults to this one, but I want alpha instead. There's some other cool stuff it does, these two specifically. But over here, I have my point estimate. My Cronbach's alpha is 0.885. So really 0.89 when we round to 2 decimals. That means that this is a reliable measure of university self-image or self-identity. We want the Cronbach's alpha to be above a 0.7 to indicate reliability. If it wasn't a 0.7, then I can look down here at individual items and see if I dropped it, do I get better reliability as a whole? So is there something about that item that's not operating the same way as the others? And this also shows me how this individual item correlates to the total concept. The other thing that I can do, so that's reliability. The other thing that I want to do is make sure that these items are functioning together, so they are reliable, they are internally consistent, but also do they group together? And so that's going to be factor. So I'm going to do factor principal component analysis. Again, put in my items. I'm going to change a few things over here. If you want to know how to do this, there are more in-depth videos, but just kind of giving you a heads up on what it is that I am looking for. We know that we have content support for these items to all group together. What I am looking for is now mathematical support to see if the math is also supporting that these items are a single dimension or a single idea, and that we don't have kind of 2 ideas that if we take a mean score, one might wash out the other. So I start out with a KMO test, and it is above a 0.8. So that indicates that this is suitable sample-wise. So I have a large enough sample to be able to do this analysis. Bartlett's test, I want to be significant, showing that these items are appropriate for the factor analysis. I'm going to scroll down right here to component 1. So this is only pulling out a single factor. If there were multiple ideas in here, so for example, if I'm studying mental health, some of the items might be about depression, some of them might be about anxiety, some of them might be about stress, I would expect 3 components, 3 dimensions, 3 factors, all interchangeable words in this case. In our example, we have a single factor, which is good. We also see up here that all of these are above a 0.4, meaning every item contributes really well, actually, to the concept of university self-image. So based on this information, I'm very comfortable creating a mean score. To do that is you have to go back to Excel. So I'm in my Excel document. I am going to insert a column. I'm going to name it mean score or something. And the easiest way to do it is equals average, open parenthesis, and then I'm just going to scroll across my items 1 through 7 on a single row, hit enter, and this is my mean score. if I want it to look like the mean score that I've already given you, I'm just going to go up here to the decimal and decrease decimal to 2 spaces. And then I'm going to copy this all the way down my data set. And that is going to create the equation. So it is the average score, the mean score of all of these items for each person. So when I click on it, it's averaging out each person.